Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again. And as you guys all know that season 17 of GoBattleLeague, the Timeless Travels have already started, but I could not upload a video on that, and I could not still now I haven't uploaded any new teams and new Pokemons over here. But nevertheless, for this new season it is very exciting, and I am excited for this season as well because there are multiple new multiple Pokemon that have got new moves. Alongside there are new buffs and debuffs as well, nerfs to multiple moves as well, especially the Psychic and the Breaking Swipe that makes Medicham and Steelix quite unusable right now. So I'm trying out my first team over here. I'm trying out Talonflame, which is double buffed over here, with Incinerate getting buffed to a damage of 20 and getting access to Fly, which is a really good move. It is quite hard-hitting move as well as compared to the other moves. But since it's a buff, because Brave Bird have a chance have definite debuff onto Talonflame over here. So apart from that, it's a really good move update for Talonflame over here, to which it does less damage, that is fine, but it does not have the debuff as well, which is kind of consistent over here. And for my safe swap in my retrocup, I am trying to pair it up with Vigoroth, which has access to Body Slam and counter, alongside with the new move of Rock Slide over here for coverage onto the ice, flying and fires as well. And for my closure, I am using the all-time Lanturn over here, which is going to be really good for this meta as well, because buffs to fire and flyings as well. Moving on to the first battle, I pick up a lead of Venusaur over here with my Talonflame, which I totally like, and this safe swaps into their own Frostlass. So Frostlass have also got a move update of I believe Icy Wind, or I believe it's Icy Wind. But now I will not switching out immediately, but I'll be trying to catch the move, which I do over here onto my Lanturn, and I can easily go for the next serve that draws out the force shield from my opponent's end, which is huge, because now one Shadow Ball does not take me out from this kind of range, and they cannot farm down a Lanturn with Powder Snow. So that's how bulky Lanturn is, and now I can easily go for the next serve, getting myself double shield advantage, or maybe taking out this Frostlass over here. So they let it go, and I can easily they can easily farm me down, which is fine. But now I can easily align my Talonflame over here with their Venusaur once again. So I'll be going for the first Flame Charge that does draw out the final shield from my opponent's end, and I can easily double shield up over here onto my Talonflame over here and get the farm down, because with boost and shields down, Talonflame just goes to town over here, and that's how powerful and strong Talonflame is. And since Talonflame is now boosted or debuffed, double buffed, rock types and water types will be kind of really good in this meta over here. That is the reason I believe Carbink is so high up in the meta, and that's the reason why Lanturn have got the secret buff over here with Spark and Surf. So nevertheless, getting the win for the first battle, and moving on with the next one. In the Retro Cup, I pick up a lead against one of my favorite over here, which is going to be the Oranguru. And Oranguru have already got a update, as well as it have got access to Trail Base, and I believe my next video will be on that. So moving on with this battle over here, I'll be going for the first the second Flame Charge over here that draws out the final shield as well. And if you guys are seeing that this is very early in the season, so this trainer is actually running Zen Headbutt and not Confusion, but Confusion is the better move of all. To which now they comes back with Hariyama over here onto a boosted Talonflame that goes for a fly and does take out the Hariyama, and the final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be Alolan Graveler over here, to which I'll be coming back with my Vigoroth, getting so much damage with counter, and be going for the resisted Rock Slide to take this Graveler out and get the game for the second battle here as well. So GG's. Moving into the next battle, I pick up a lead against Noctowl over here. So Noctowl was debuffed last season with Sky Attack getting nerfed, and now since yeah, there is no debuff or nerf in this season over here, but it is kind of not very much usable over here. To which I'll be going for the first flame charge that does draw out the first shield from my opponent's end, and now I can easily go for the next flame charge with my Talonflame, which is going to be boosted, and now I can easily snipe it down with counter onto with my Oranguru, with my Vigoroth over here. To which now they comes back with their own Blaziken over here, and this is where Rock Slide works out really good for Vigoroth over here, because Rock Slide is very much consistent and energy and damage efficient with compared to Bulldoze. That's how it is. And now I can easily come back with my Lanturn after waiting out the switch clock and get the farm down with Lanturn. And let's see what the final Pokemon over here. It's going to be a Charizard over here with Fire Spin, and nevertheless it does not work it out, because as you guys can see, the spark damage adds up really quickly, and it almost put it up at 50% health. And I'll be charging up to back-to-back Surf, and I'll be going for the first Surf, which I believe this trainer will let it go because they have no win condition over here, and that's the case, and I get the win for the third battle here as well. So GG's to my friend, really well played. Moving on to the next battle, I totally overlooked what I got lead into, but they safe swapped into their own Kanto Sand Slash, which I'll be going for the first fly, to which I got the shield, which is huge, and I can easily tank into one Scorching Sands, though it will debuff my attack as well, but I can easily go for the next Body Slam over here. So Body Slam with the debuff does not knock it out over to this scenario, or it does, because it was not fully powered up, I believe. And now I will be going for my next Body Slam onto the incoming final Pokemon, which is going to be the Manectric over here. So Manectric does put out the shield over here, and now since it's going to be electric type, I will be coming back with my Lanturn, because Lanturn takes neutral damage from this electric moves, or maybe it have got access to Psychic Fangs and Crunch, which they go for. And now I am kind of worried about a Wild Charge. That is the reason I put off my shield over here, but it is going to be a Psychic Fangs once again. And since a Manectric is very much on the squishier side, it does take the knockout with Surf, and they again comes back with their it's going to be Espeon. They comes back with their Espeon, and for Espeon I have got kind of loaded Talonflame over here that takes it out with a fly and gives me the win for the fourth battle, which is huge. So it's early in the season, but it is so much fun and good to play with Talonflame over here. Moving on to the next battle, I pick up a lead against Lickitung, which is kind of awkward because Lickitung is very bulky, and Talonflame is on the squishier side if it is going to be taking neutral damage with Body Slam and Licks. But I can tank in one Body Slam, and if you guys noticed that this Lickitung is not fully powered up, which I believe the trainer does not got enough Stardust or Excels, which can be the case. And now I'll be going for the next boosted Flame Charge over here. So I should have went for the fly, which would have taken it out, but it does so. That is the reason I'll be safe swapping out into my own Vigoroth to take in this Body Slam damage, and I can easily counter it down. And now they comes back with their Gligar over here. So Gligar does have a good matchup against Vigoroth, but not if it have got shield or energy advantage, which in this case I have got both. So that is the reason I can let this I'll be shielding up the first move, which is going to be a dig, and now I can easily farm up a ton of energy, and I'll be going for the next Body Slam right now. So Body Slam does decent amount of damage over here onto a Gligar, and now from this kind of range I can let this next move go through, which is going to be an Aerial Ace, and I believe it's an Aerial Ace. And now I can try to farm it down, but I'll be switching out into my Talonflame to soak in the next move, which is going to be Aerial Ace once again, which is good because I have got enough energy onto my Vigoroth to yeah, go for maybe a rock slide or maybe a body slam as well. But nevertheless, now I'll be coming back with my own Lanturn over here, and let's see what the final Pokemon that they have got access to. So the final Pokemon that they have got access to is going to be a Medicham, which I believe will not see too much light into this meta of the season. Maybe people will replace its psychic with dynamic punch in some kind of other metas, but in open grid league it will be seeing much less light over here. To which now I'll be trying to catch a move which I failed terribly, and now from this kind of range I have to shield up the next move, which I believe is going to be a psychic, which is huge because now I can reach to the back-to-back serves because all shields are down. So I can get to back-to-back serves that does take out the Medicham and gives me the win for the final battle over here. So there are so many things to talk about in the season, which is not possible in a single video because yeah, it's a huge change in the meta. That is the reason I'll be putting out multiple mini teams as frequently as possible to cover up those new Pokemons, like Pokemons with new moves and the moves that have got buffed or nerfed as well. Getting the encounter with his friend Sneasel over here, which it's huge. It's nice for me. And now for some final thoughts on this team, which is this team worked out really well and it's decent as well with Talonflame and Vigoroth as a safe swap. And if you're trying out this team, do let me know how it is working out for you. And that will be all for this video, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.